In the last video, we broke down the technical understanding and structure of how digital marketing landscape works with the BIDOs, MAIDs, and IPs. And if you haven't checked that out, I highly recommend you go back and take a look. BIDO, one is called a MAID and one is called an IP or an IP6. Today, what we're going to talk about is the natural iteration from that understanding. So in 2021, we had the iOS 14.5 update, and what that did is it completely removed app tracking from all of these platforms' data and audience mix. What does that mean? That means that platforms like Meta and DSPs and all of these other platforms, other social media platforms, were able to use app tracking data to do audience identification with the help of Android and Apple. In other words, they could spy on your apps to figure out whether or not you had intent or were the right fit for a particular audience. And Apple removed it in one fell swoop. Big tech saw it as an opportunity to monetize bot traffic. We'll get into that later, but let's talk about how the market reacted and what solutions were brought to the table. So naturally, the data aggregators that have powered big tech for a decade or more went end user. And what that means is they made this aggregated data, this wholesale data, available to agencies and to enterprise level brands and other marketing teams. The challenge with that is data aggregation is inherently a very sloppy play. For example, our intent feeds have over 21 billion intent signals coming into our SQL server every single day. It is a volume play. Without the ability to refine that data, ensure its accuracy, append it to an identity graph to ensure proper contact information, and without the ability to parse out all the mechanical mobile ad IDs that are naturally found in signal data, what you have is a data set full of bot traffic. So what the market did is they started buying the data themselves, whether it be an agency or a brand. And then they took that data and just piped it into the ads manager tool, thinking, great, we've solved the problem. Well, as the cat and mouse game always goes with big tech, their solution was to change their user agreement. And now, whether, for example, on Facebook, whether you toggle the switch on or off for like audiences, guess what you get? Facebook has the right, Meta has the right, through their user agreement, to deal in what they call like audiences. Guys, 55% of every paid ad is never seen by a human being. And so when you take data that is inherently sloppy because it's a volume play, and you pipe it into a tool that's additionally going to deal in bot traffic, you are seeing such deprecation and actual ability to reach human beings with your marketing spend. Your ad spend is being completely crushed. And I want to give you an analogy that I think is very easy to understand. 55% of paid ads, that's not my opinion, Google that. And you'll find that's an industry standard. Imagine, if you will, if every week you and your family went to the grocery store and you bought a dozen eggs. And every week you came home and popped open the eggs to make your family breakfast. And out of 12 eggs, 6 of them had no egg in it, just an empty shell. And it happened every single week, and it happened intentionally. How long do you think it would be before there was a class action lawsuit filed? My guess is about 14 seconds. Why isn't that taking place in big tech? Because Congress is too technologically stupid, frankly, to understand exactly how big tech is dealing fraud into our marketing funnels. It's literally knowing fraud. Listen, Google and Meta have the 2 largest, most comprehensive identity graphs on planet Earth. They could easily swat down the mechanical and algorithmic traffic. They choose not to, and here's why. 2021, we're a $250 billion a year industry. Last year, 2024, we wrapped up at $750 billion. Demand has tripled. But do you notice that when you go on Meta, you don't see 30 ads for every one post you want to see? That would be the ratio that you would see with that kind of ramp up in demand. But the user experience is still tenable. How are they doing it? It's bot traffic, guys. They know it, I know it, and I bet you're seeing it in your marketing funnels too. So we'll wrap up there, guys. We appreciate you taking the time out, and we'll see you on the next one.